Why I want Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. Uche Mefor, estranged deputy leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, on Thursday said he wants Nnamdi Kanu, detained leader of the group, released by Nigerian authorities so that he can see the effect of the violence, horror and terror he initiated. Politics Nigeria reports that Mr. Mefor berated IPOB members for protecting their own human rights but violating other people's. He demanded that anyone who asks for equity must go with clean hands. Let us face facts and sentiment apart. There is no doubt that Nnamdi Kanu was tortured and his human rights violated when he was brought from Kenya to Nigeria in June 2021. But why is it that criminal gangs he inspired unconsciously brutally target, torture, and murder their victims and deny them the enjoyment of their own human rights? Mefor wrote on his Facebook official Facebook page. Nobody should be denied of his or human right. Justice for Kanu, but what about justice for the victim of IPOB and ESN, unknown gunmen inspired by Nnamdi Kanu? I want Kanu to be released to see the effect of this violence, horror, and terror he initiated against all wise counsel. Mefor added to note this same human rights violation, including that of the prohibition of torture that the indigenous people of Biafra under Nnamdi Kanu IPOB are talking about today, is the same human right that I argued that it did not exist in freedom fighting when it suited them in order to justify their despicable conduct. The same them they argued on democracy and used it to try to discredit, lie and blackmail us by launching the ESN. That's after renaming the volunteers to ESN, which went on to assume different names, alliances, and form other network and alliances to unleash unprecedented systematic human rights violations against other vulnerable Biafrans. Today, they chose the left behind are that of insecurity, as against security that they bragged about. It is horror and terror. It is enforced disappearances and it is extrajudicial killings and targeted assassinations on Igbo Biafrans on Biafran soil. In summary, it is incomprehensible, unconscionable, and self-serving that the indigenous people of Biafra under Nnamdi Kanu talks of human rights when it affects them, and not when it concerns other people. I don't want to believe that this man will be pulling stunts from inside his prison. This man does not have people he's coming to see, and I want to believe that for every time Kanu is visited with his lawyers or by his lawyers and his family members, that the people who are in charge of him sit around and they listen to what happens, whatever he says. So I find it very difficult. This is not abroad now, where you're even going to be given opportunity to speak on phone. You know, you call people you want to call, maybe once a whatever. Maybe you pay for it and you get a phone call to maybe your daughter or your son, if you have a family, to your family. You don't get that. You don't get all these privileges in the Nigerian prison. So I still find it very absurd that someone will come out and say, you should come out and see the level of violence. While I'm not a supporter of violence, I'm not a supporter of war. I'm not a supporter of Indaboski, but I am a supporter of how did he do so? How? Because, you know, a lot of things have been happening now that he's in prison, and with I say prison, yes, he's actually in detention. A lot of things are happening, and I'm asking, who is giving the order? Who is giving the go-ahead order for these things to happen, if truly what you're saying is true? Because me, I'm still a contradiction at the end of the day. I am. Because I keep asking myself, fine, okay, let's even say that, oh, these people, they are behind, but would they be killing their own people? Like, especially this one that happens every Monday. They said they have seat at home, and they said don't want people coming out because that day is the day you brought out. Even when the group have said, you know what, there will be no longer seat at home. People can go to their various, places of business and co, and people can go to, their various jobs. But yet, they still terrorize people. Now I'm asking, is it the same people that come out to terrorize, or is there something else they're not telling us? That is it. Is it the same people that come out to terrorize, or is there something they're not telling us? Because this ESN, they vowed that they're going to protect their people. They vowed that they're going to secure their people's lives and properties. But if the result now or the reverse is the case now, then there is a problem. there is a problem. There is a very big problem. Yes, that is how I'm seeing it. That is how I'm seeing it here. If at the end of the day, okay, these people now, they swore, they took a note of, look, we're going to protect our people. We're not going to allow the federal government to do this to them and that to them. And yet, you are still killing your people. On a daily basis, there's a time on a daily basis that if you listen to the news, listen to the news and you hear about the violence or about the happening to the southeastern region, you even find out that, look, things are happening on a daily basis. And I'm asking myself, so okay, wait. So are you trying to tell us now that these people are actually behind it? Are you trying to say now that these people are actually behind it? Because I find it very difficult to believe. I find it difficult to believe. It's not convincing enough. It is not. Yes, the indigenous people of Biafra, they always come out and they always talk about agriculture. And at the end of the day, how am I going to put it? The agriculture, how am I going to put it? I mean, they come out and talk about, this, their culture of, sitting back at home, even days when Nnamdi Kanu is coming out to court. All those things, yes, okay, that one is what people are aware of. In fact, I don't even think people have issues because this time around, he's not even having cases every day. People are really not complaining, but you see that Monday that you say, oh, at the end of the day. And in fact, people are coming out to complain now. People are coming to complain. So I want to ask now, is it the same people that swore to protect these people that is still coming out to cause this mayhem? Because if there is, then there's a problem. But me, I cannot prove and say, oh, it is this man that is telling them what to do. I can't. I'm even here telling the indigenous people of Biafra people that, look, for every statement you make that is, sounding like a threat, you cause more problem for your leader. That is just the truth. You cause more problem for them. If you speak in an Indaboski way, I'm telling you, you cause more problem for them. That is just the truth. That is the truth. You cause more problem for him. Because, they will keep saying that he is the one that says you people should keep speaking in that manner. Meanwhile, even the Nigerian government, they should also be ashamed of themselves. Nigerian government, as we recently know, advised the country to toe the path of, dialogue. And when I saw that in that particular newspaper, I've forgotten the country he was talking to. And I said, what? So this man knows what dialogue is and, he has refused to use the dialogue here within. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.